It has been 30 years since the execution of Ken Saro-Wiwa, one of Nigeria's most prominent environmental and human rights activists, along with 8 other Ogoni leaders. Today in Port Harcourt, the River State capital, an anniversary lecture is underway as the Ogoni community reflects on the legacy of Ken Saro-Wiwa and the ongoing fight for justice and inclusion. Among their renewed demands is a call for more political representation ahead of the 2027 elections. As we speak, my colleague News Central's Biola Festus is at the venue in Port Harcourt with updates on the commemorative event and reactions from key stakeholders. Biola, this commemoration marks 3 decades since the death of Ken Saro-Wiwa. What is the mood like at the venue, and who are some of the key voices that have been speaking today?
So for 30 good years, the Ogonis have not relented over the death of their son. Of course, Ken Saro-Wiwa was a famous Niger Delta activist. He was renowned for his struggle, for his fight against environmental degradation, which has been going on in the Niger Delta, and of course, Ogoni as the starting point, as the United Nations has said that Ogoni remains one of the most polluted areas in the world. So they have not relented. At this commemoration event today, their voices have gone up again. Of course, this has always been their request that the Ogoni the federal government of Nigeria should look into Ogoni. It goes beyond instituting an organization to clean up the Ogoni, but actions is what they need. Now, one of the key points that they are requesting today is that the Ogoni should be given a slot, a shot at the state ticket in 2027. Now, it's very interesting to know that despite Ogoni having 4 local government areas and river states, and one of the ethnicity in the state, they never become the governor of the state. So this has been their request. Now, when Ken Saro-Wiwa was executed alongside other of his patriots, the Ogonis had what they call the Ogoni Bill of Rights. They had 3 main points there that they are requesting the federal government to make, which is political marginalization. They are asking the federal government of Nigeria to correct that anomaly, economic strangulation. Now, since this struggle of environmental degradation, the Ogonis are claiming that there's not been economic activity in their land. Now, the third is environmental degradation, which I've mentioned earlier. Now, let's go back to the cradle of this whole degradation, which led to Ken Saro-Wiwa agitating, and of course, which led to his execution by the government of Nigeria. So, oil drilling in Nigeria started back at the 1950s. Some 2 years later, the oil company that was drilling in Nigeria, that first discovered oil in Nigeria, came down to Ogoni to drill oil. And then somehow the land was despoilated with oil spill. And these Ogonis, who had an activist, which is Ken Saro-Wiwa, started raising an alarm that their land cannot be polluted. So along the line, they went on agitating. The movement for the survival of Ogoni people was better because they said they were literally dying, that their livelihood had been taken away from them. So the killing of Ken Saro-Wiwa came up. And then they said because of that, no oil will be drilled in Ogoni land from that moment. And from that year that Ken Saro-Wiwa was killed up till now, 30 years later, there has not been oil drilling in the Ogoni land. Blessing.
All right, Biola Festus, thank you for the update on that, and we'll see how the commemorative lecture goes. Thank you.